Hello and welcome to a Masked Singer recap show. Oh my God, guys, can you believe it? I am 2 for 2 in guesses. The crab was Bobby Brown and the seashell, yes, she was Tamara Mowry. Before we get into all of the best moments from the night's episode, I just quickly want to say, did anyone else catch that the judges were all wearing the same exact outfits that they wore on the premiere episode? Like literally the same exact thing. I don't know what that means. It's just very weird. It's very weird. So the Piglet performed, and I mean, it's so obvious it's Nick Lachey, okay? He sounds exactly like Nick Lachey. That is clue number 1. It's funny because you know who was guest host for the night? Rita Wilson, the one and only Rita Wilson. She came out and she guessed one of the Manning brothers. So either Peyton or Eli, and even Jenny was like, excuse me, I'm the person here with the dumbest guesses. I don't think they sing. And Rita was like, whatever, but I did see in the clue package that there was a foam finger and it was orange, and they went to the University of Tennessee. So I'm gonna guess the Manning brothers. And I even Googled that just to make sure, and one of them went to the University of Tennessee. The other one, Eli, he actually went to the University of Mississippi. So Rita, you're even wrong there. So next up was the ROBOPINE, and I'll be honest with you guys, I have no clue who ROBOPINE is. I know I said it was Steve Harvey last time, but there have been a lot of clues alluding to the ROBOPINE, like living in Costa Rica, and I tried Googling that and there was nothing with Steve Harvey and Costa Rica. So I really don't know who this person is, but if I were to take a wild guess, I'm going to say it's MC Hammer, because it is only a matter of time before we see MC Hammer on this show. Okay, next up, we had the Chameleon, who, you know, I've said this before, you guys keep saying it on Twitter, it's Wiz Khalifa, and I think it is Wiz Khalifa because in his clue package, he talked about this mentor that he had growing up and is good friends with now, and the mentor, just the clues all seem to point to Snoop Dogg. He was wearing green, and as you know, Snoop Dogg is a big fan of marijuana, and then I Googled Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg, and apparently they are good friends. So I think that was a reference to his relationship with Snoop Dogg. And then last night, to the surprise, but maybe not that surprising, Rita Wilson showed off her rapping skills for what seemed like forever, because she went on and I wanted it to end almost as soon as it had begun.
I live and die for hip hop. This is hip hop for today, so let's clap for hip hop.
Hip hop hooray!
And if you've ever wondered why Chet Hanks is the way he is, I mean, I think you know why now.
Let's get this shit.
White boy summer.
And then next up was YETI. And honestly, the most shocking part of the night was that he came out rollerblading and he sang his little Justin Bieber song while doing a rollerblading performance, which at this point, you know, I don't know what to say. And people on Twitter, I've looked at your guesses. A lot of you are saying it's Omarion from the boy group B2K, and who also had like his own hits. And actually, Robin Thicke, he guessed Omarion. He was like, I saw you throwing some O-shaped rings, so I'm thinking it's Omarion. And then he went on to guess someone else, but his name was mentioned. And then not only that, but in the clue package, the YETI talks about how he was like in this group and then it broke up because of his ego and he made a huge mistake. And if you know anything about Omarion, he was in the boy band B2K. They were very famous, very popular, but then he left and was like, I'm gonna do my own solo thing. And then the YETI says, and then I came back and we reunited. And Omarion did the same thing in around 2019. So I think those clues lead me to believe that it is Omarion. And then we had Russian dolls. They can sing. They did a great job. You know, I think it's obvious to anyone who's watching. It's clearly Hanson. It sounds like Hanson. There are, well, I don't really know how many there are because they keep on going back and forth between 2 and then 3 and then maybe 4, but we don't quite know. But I think they're just trying to fool us. I think there's really 3 and I think it's Hanson. And actually, Nicole Scherzinger, she guessed Hanson. In the clue package, there was a shot of them and they were by the Russian tea room, which apparently is right by Carnegie Hall. And Nicole was like, and Hanson has played Carnegie Hall. So it's Hanson. And Nicole, I think you're right. I think it is Hanson. And man, wouldn't it be fun if they won? Lastly was the Black Swan, who you guys think is JoJo. I think it's also JoJo. And in the clue package, the Black Swan talked about being raised by a single mother. And if you know anything about JoJo, she was also raised by a single mother. And interestingly enough, Nicole caught on to this clue and she guessed the same thing. She was like, you know what? I think it's my girl JoJo. Because she was raised by a single mom. She loves her mama. And then Nicole was rudely interrupted by the Mr. Robin Thicke, who was like, no. I don't know if that's JoJo's tone. Okay, Mozart, sit down. You don't know what you're talking about. You've guessed incorrectly several times. So here are my final guesses for this week's performances. Thank you guys all for watching. I really appreciate it. We will see you back here next week, and make sure you're subscribed to The Ringer.